Oh, there you are, YouTube. I think it's about time we do another random ranking. Been peppering these in a lot lately in between content. Don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring, who knows, but right now we are doing one. We are doing a random ranking, and what that means is I go to my movie collection behind me, I pick out 3 movies at random with my eyes closed, and my movies are not in alphabetical order, so where I'm picking is not going to necessarily select a certain letter or anything like that. I then proceed to rank those movies from most favorite to least favorite based on a variety of criteria. But let's go ahead and pick some movies. Maybe I'll pick something from over here. Let's go eyes closed. Sort of. Something right there. Oh, I got some ceramics back there I don't want to break. Okay, there's one. Maybe something low in this area. There's my camera shadow. Ooh, that's an old DVD I just grabbed there. And then the third one. Didn't look. You know what? Let's go back here, just in case I accidentally saw and didn't realize it. Ooh, oh man, I gotta remember which one this is. Oh, ooh, okay. This is good. Okay, so here we go. Underworld Evolution. Which one is this again? City of Angels and Dick Tracy. Let's get to ranking these movies. So actually, what I have to do here, I gotta figure out which Underworld this is because they all run together. Like I know the first one and I've seen the rest, but I don't know which one is which. It's just a glob of cinema, so I got to figure that out really quick. So let me just read the back here real quick and see if I can figure this out. Okay, so I had to look it up on my iPad. It is the second one, and I thought I had seen them all, but I don't think I saw Underworld Blood Wars, which came out in 2016. So I have only seen Underworld, which is the first one, and I know that one pretty well. Underworld Evolution, here, Rise of the Lycans, and Awakening. I saw that one in the theaters. That was the last one I saw in the theaters. And then Blood Wars, just have never seen it. So that's where we're at on Underworld. Maybe I'll change this up a little bit too by talking about these films while looking at you here, looking at that camera. City of Angels. This, do you remember the Goo Goo Dolls? Like they had that song, I Give Up Forever to... I'd give up forever to touch you. Is that the words? I don't know. Are those the words? That was huge when this came out. I remember people talking about seeing Dennis Franz's butt. Was that right? Or was that... Maybe that was just on NYPD Blue. Did we see his butt in this movie? We either saw his butt in this movie or on NYPD Blue. But I just remember him on talk show circuit talking about his butt. So there's that. Maybe that could be on NYPD Blue, but I do remember this being, like it says here, the most powerful and spellbinding romance in years, says Jim Carr of the Boston Globe. And I do feel like when I was pretty young when this came out, maybe junior high-ish or something like that, and it felt like an important movie. Maybe it was just like, you know, my parents' age group would have been really into this movie. You know, they all love these actors, and maybe they were just all watching the movie, but it just seemed like it was a ubiquitous film, like it was just very much around, and people were talking about it, and it was like that Hootie and the Blowfish album. It was just like, this was a big movie that everybody was talking about. And I remember watching it and thinking it was great, and then the end, I guess I'm going to give away some spoilers here. It's just like heartbreaking and terrible, and it's just ugh. So basically, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He's an angel, wants to become human, becomes human because he wants to become human because he loves her. She is a human, and he wants to basically cut his wings off so that he can be with her. And then he does it, has like a day with her, maybe, or a moment with her, or something like that. I can't remember how long it was because it's been a while since I've seen this. And she dies. She's like on a bike or something, think her arms are out, you know, like she's an angel, and then she gets hit by a 18-wheeler or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But the end, like, I think Dennis Franz is like, was it worth it? And then he was like, that one moment, that one day, I gave up forever for her, because, you know, angels are immortal. Or mortal. Immortal. And he's like, yeah, it was worth it. You know, I had a day with her, and I gave up my whole life forever, eternity, for that moment. And I'm thinking, I sometimes wish I was a vampire so I could live forever. Like a Twilight vampire, those vampires have it made. They have very few weaknesses. If I could be any vampire, I'd be a Twilight vampire. Wouldn't be the coolest vampire, but you would live the most normal life. I mean, they can go to school, you know, in Forks, Washington. So if they can do that, they can, you know, I'm saying they can go out in the sun, right? Obviously, maybe Blade is the one you want to be, but Blade's not going to live forever. So yeah, if I had to be a vampire, I'd be the Twilight vampire. But I'm just saying, if I'm an angel, I think I would stay an angel. I don't know why. I mean, he's been here since the beginning, so he's probably getting bored with it. But I don't know. The idea of seeing where Earth goes is very interesting to me. But this movie, I haven't seen it very much, but it left a mark back in '98. So yeah, I was in probably junior high when this came out, and I like it. This one, already talked about it a little bit. I don't, you know, this one is cool because it has it's like a flashback, tells you the history of the fight between the vampires, speaking of vampires, and the Lycans, the werewolves. So it's kind of cool to go back in time and see where this feud between them began. I'm like holding in a burp here, sorry. Okay, and yeah, so these movies are fun. They're very dark, though. They're kind of hard to see, as you can tell. But this one, right here, Dick Tracy. I have contacted Criterion Collection many, many times, asking them to find a way to release this as a part of their collection. This is one of the most fascinating, amazing, visually stunning movies I've ever seen. The sets look like sets purposely so in order to achieve that comic strip style. The costuming is so comic booky, comic strippy, and it's amazing. The makeup effects, which, like, when I was a kid, that's what I wanted to do as a job. I just, you know, didn't know how to break into it. I didn't know the right magazines to buy. I didn't know the right people to contact, the right schools to go to, the right apprenticeships to go to. I didn't know what to do. I would just watch special features, television shows, specials, and things like that on movies. I mean, I'd get books, but I just didn't know how to achieve those goals. But this was one of the movies that it was like, I want to do that. I want to make all of these faces. I never did it, but that's what I wanted to do as a kid. That, and like the Ninja Turtles movies, I mean, this stuff was awesome. Do you remember when McDonald's had their, like, Monopoly game sort of thing, the Dick Tracy game? That was so fun doing that, going to McDonald's and, you know, buying all that food and peeling off those stickers to see if you got, you know, if you got lips or prune face or, I don't know, flat top, mumbles. It's, man, this movie is so good. Madonna is in it. I do find some, I'm not necessarily picking on Madonna here, but I do find some of the music, it's just not necessarily for my ears. I find it a little grating. Not all of it. It's just when Al Pacino's out there screaming, more, 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 turn it down. Turn it back down to 10. But this, oh man, Dick Tracy. You've seen me wear, oh, I wish I had it in here. You've seen me wear the Dick Tracy hat in these videos. Look at this. Siskel and Ebert. 2 thumbs up. The picture is extraordinary. It is extraordinary. And Criterion Collection never gets back to me. But over and over and over, I say this movie deserves a Criterion release. I need Warren Beatty to work with them, give them all of the behind the scenes, everything that he has, give it to them to put into a major collection, because this has no special features at all. 0. None whatsoever. And it deserves it. It needs everything we can get piled into a multi-disc package while Warren Beatty's still around to approve it and provide extra additional updated documentaries on it. Because I want to know everything. I want to get the cast together and have them relive it and talk it. I want there to be specials on, because this is a Disney movie, and I want them, or is it, I mean, Touchstone, probably, yeah, Touchstone movie, which is Disney. And, you know, Dick Tracy was in the parks, in the theme parks in Florida. Maybe the one in California too. But, you know, like Disney World, Dick Tracy was there, and I want to have as much information, documentary content based off of this movie as possible. Costuming, sets, makeup, acting, the merchandising. So much merchandising for this movie. It was like Batman, you know, Batman 89 Batman. That's what was going on here. I think it was sort of modeling itself after Batman 89. That was huge. That was enormous. I remember that as a kid. It was in your face. Batman was everywhere. This was the same way. And then I don't think I'd seen anything maybe quite as big until maybe Godzilla, that 98 one, and then Phantom Menace after that. That was enormous. That was huge. So I don't know. I want documentaries on the merchandising. They probably exist on YouTube. Maybe I should just look for them there. But I want some officially, you know, official stuff that Warren Beatty's putting out and approving and saying, yes, this is my movie. I just want, while he's still here, because he's getting old, I want him to put out as much Dick Tracy stuff as possible. Whether it be, no, I mean, I just want to know everything about this movie, because it's so fantastic and I love it. It's not my favorite movie, but I love it and grow increasingly in love with it every year. So that gets us to our ranking. I can't believe how long this is. I hope you stuck around for the end results. But I think you know. Let's start backwards. I think you know what number 1 is. But what do you think is number 3? What do I think is number 3? You know what? Okay. I'm going to arrange them down here on the desk. And I think you're going to have to guess what they are. Do you have it in mind? Do you think you know? Okay. Here we go. I'm going to show you. This is it. This is my ranking. Dick Tracy, number 1. As you just saw me gush all over this movie. Love this film so much. And everything about it. Except for when big boy over there is, you know, he's, I don't know, singing, doing his Pacino thing. This movie, you know, I don't think I've seen it since 98. Maybe 99, I don't know. But it had an impact. It had an impact. I still think about it. I remember so much of it, even with my few viewings. You know, I'm going to say I've seen it between one... I know I've seen it more than once because I watch it on movie channels too. So I'm going to say, you know, less than 5 times. And this one, I don't remember them. They just kind of all blend together. You know, if it was maybe the first one, which I know a little bit better, you know, even if it was the first one, I don't know if it would go here. I like these movies. I like that they exist. I watch them, but I haven't seen the last one. But I also don't care. But I do love Kate Beckinsale. Those beautiful people on planet Earth. Love, love, love her. Okay, so there we go. Dick Tracy, City of Angels, and Underworld. Have you seen these movies? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3 of them, How would you rank them? I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching this random ranking, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more pure Hangout. I couldn't do this video without featuring this hat, so here it is. Dick Tracy, the hat. Right there. There he is. Do you see him? Dick Tracy, the hat. There you go.